Yeah, Khan. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. And we give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Ba'asham Rakak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. The elder apostles in Connecticut. To the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity. Risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect. The elect. Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence, giving all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, facing the east. Hallelujah. Get into this Esau. These Edomites are frightened, man. Well, for very good reason, man. The chariots sightings have Esau dismayed, man. Right? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Make sure this is oh yeah, it's good. Come. Make sure. Yeah, so the chariot sightings got Esau dismayed, man. Let's get that real quick. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Yasharallah, man. So you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you are the whole entire house, right? All 12 tribes of Yasharallah, man, of what they call the Israelites, right? Right? You so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. You're supposed to hearken into the voice of Yahweh, your power, which comes through what the prophets, man. The men of the Lord is out here on the highways and the byways by the means of the Holy Spirit, man. Giving you utterance from heaven, man. Giving you the guidance that you need, man. That you're supposed to hear and hearken. Thus saith Yahweh. It says, thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, man. So you're in a place called Babylon the Great, which engulfs all heathen cultures, right? This place is Egypt, it's Sodom, it's Babylon, it's the Greek culture, it's the Roman culture, right? Right? You got the Elamic culture here. You got Moab here, right? A lot of jakes get into the Moab spirit, right? Believing in Buddha or these other different types of a way of living, man. But it's opposite of what your power, right? The power of you Israelites, right? You of Yasharallah is what have you do, man, right? Opposite. So it says, for the Lord said, Yahweh, right, which is all caps, which means He is or He exists, the existing one, right? He is all things, man, right? The Lord is all things and He is everywhere, right? Yeah, you're right. That cross That's good, because that's just the idol, right? Guy rolled by on a bike that had the cross, and then had a circle and with a line through the cross. But hey, the cross is nothing but an idol anyway, right? But by the means of one's man's sacrifice, man, all of Israel shall be saved, man, right? Through the regeneration and reincarnation or regeneration, right? Through the elect, through the loins of the elect, right? Says learn not the way of the heathen, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, right? So ultimately what these chariots is out here, and they're showing you forth what the signs of heaven, man, showing you therefore what the war of worlds is about to happen, man. The war of worlds, right? Because what? Even one kingdom is a world, right? America is a world. It's a totally different world if you go to Russia, right? Which what's his name? Tucker Carlson showed you that, right? He went over to Russia and showed you their subway system, their streets, which were clean. The subway clean, no graffiti. For the most part, the people looked happy, right? Instead of a place called Babel, right? America, Babylon the Great, which is confusion. In a place of confusion, people are upset. They look mad, angry. There's graffiti everywhere, dirt everywhere, trash everywhere, man. Because that's the sentiments of what's going on, man. Filth, nothing but a place of filth, right? So be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them, right? So they're like, oh shit, man, I'm seeing the chariots, and what are they there? Are they drones? Are they this and that? Well, then wait a minute, the thing that they're calling a drone is actually knocking the drones out of the sky. So Esau couldn't keep his story together. So he has to come out and say, well, you know what? Aliens do exist. And I think it was the aliens, right? Which, in any case, we know that they're the angels, right? But if you're telling the public, mind you, you're telling the public that you think this thing is they're which is far more advanced than you, that you say that you think it may be 1,000 years advanced more than you. Well, 1,000 years is like light years. Like if you want to, if someone's 1,000 times more advanced than me, I mean, even if you do come up with something, they have a 1,000 years head start, right? Which it means if you can advance, if they're 1,000 years more advanced, they're going to advance that 1,000 years, turn it to 2,000 to 3,000, 4,000 years. Which we know we're dealing with the Most High. He's always had that power, man. Right? The Ancient of Days. Right? There is no time period of when the Lord had all this technology, man. How he had the chariots, man. Right?
No, this is normal.
12 of his 30 years in black programs, and he said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. There's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025.
This ain't what I would call normal. This is not normal. Right. Out of it.
Fuck commercial.
Self. And then...
Bro. Esau, bro. Cut this shit out, bro.
Somewhere up here. Oh, yeah, let me get back.
Don't know what's going on here.
And then something that comes up by and
crazier watch.
Takes it out.
Boom.
It's gone. Like, have you ever seen that before? I've never seen... Usually, you'd be lucky to find, once a month or once every couple months or 3 or 4 months, maybe you'll see an orb in like a UFO channel. Like, oh, we found one, you know. Now it's like every night, and they're like replicating themselves, and then they get taken out of the sky. What's going on here, dude? This ain't what I would call normal. This is not normal, okay? None of this is normal.
12 of his 30 years in black programs, and he said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. There's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025.
So apparently, there are people saying that all this was supposed to start in December 2024 and go into 2025. Again, I've talked about this on my channel even 5-6 years ago about how they... I mean, now we're seeing something. I mean, this is really strange stuff. Maybe they'll try the alien thing too. I was just kind of bluff press telling us nothing nefarious.
Right, yeah.
Gives his first statement on New Jersey drone panic. Don't worry about it, dude. It's nothing. It's like a Disney light show, all right? That's all it is. Just a Disney light show. Just ignore the fact you have all these things in the sky above you. Okay. I mean, if I was in New Jersey, New York, I wouldn't be ignoring it, okay? And I'm not in those 2 states or even one of those states. I'm in Indiana, so I haven't seen anything here. I guess apparently we're too boring for that kind of stuff to happen here. I don't know. But we have here drones latest. New York and New Jersey airspaces restricted as officials demand Congress to pass. Like, of course, like legislation's going to stop a drone. Seriously? I guess if it technically is our federal putting these up in the air, I guess that would maybe stop it. Maybe. I don't know. But honestly, if they're spending money on some sort of secret, of course, project, Evo 2. There's not privy.
And on our transition format fighting.
So this base was shut down for that as well. We've had people talk about, could there be that coming in December? People are like, well, at this specific. I showed this on my other channel. I don't think I showed it on this one. You can see another one being taken out right there. That's stuck in a tree.
Yeah, which that was not a chariot. You can tell that shit was fake. They were trying to say a chariot. There was a chariot stuck in a tree.
And the VP.
And you can see it was fake. It wasn't real. I'm trying to get this one part. So lock it. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have it ready. Or nothing.
Drone sightings. And of course,
hold on.
Again, they keep telling us just the word drone.
Right.
To go back.
Anything you can imagine.
This drone situation is crazy where it's at because there's so much information. As some sort of invasion? I don't know. We've had people talk about that as well. We've had people talk about.
Sorry. Just trying to get to this one part, but if I can find it, shit.
I mean, does that look like normal to you? Is that something you should be seeing every night over your city? So it's going imagination, of course. All right, check this out. Tree drone and orb sightings. According to the mayor of Vatican, over link below if you want to get some drones like this one and avoid this topic. It seemed like there was something important. Let's see this. We have this story, mysterious. This one guy who was. You see what I'm getting at? So, by far.
Morning, bro. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. The guy was showing.
Of things
He was showing how
being chased, and there's some really strange ones. I got one of an orb being taken out. So that was a drone by an orb, I think. And then we have one keeps going down, and apparently the orb takes out the drone. And here, that's insane. Oh, do you see how fast it changed?
There you go.
A little bit strange. Now here's another, and it looks like. Let me get on the screen a little bit better.
Here you go.
So zooming in on it, look at that thing. Looks. What is that? It looks like some sort of amoeba or something. And there was one stuck in a tree. I'm going to show you. I think in a second here, or maybe in a little bit. I'm going to show you one a little bit later that's stuck in a tree, and it looks like an amoeba too. And it's like, and they're like zooming. They took a really good picture of it, and I'm going to show you it. And it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before. All right, let's just check this one out.
I just record. What?
What?
Yeah,
that looks a little strange. A little bit strange. Now here's another one of those orbs. And watch how quickly the thing takes off. This is not physically possible.
You just shot straight up in the sky.
Oh. Do you see how fast it went up? That was like a millisecond. It went like thousands of feet in a millisecond. It was only 2 frames on the screen. It literally went from here to here, and then it was gone. That was 1 frame. From here to here. That's insane. Obviously, that's not physically possible with a normal drone. And we got a plethora.
Right. Yeah, so that's the part of it. Sorry about that, because I didn't prepare. I didn't get it ready. But yeah, that's the part I want to say. These dudes, this is called Cell Daddy 1. So you could go look at it. It's called Cell Daddy 1. It's called What's Happening in Jersey, New Jersey. Cell Daddy 1. So you can go look it up. But basically, the guy showing how there's no possible way that those could be drones. He said it moved fast, too fast. That's not a regular drone. Well, it's not a drone at all, right? So it's just the Psalms, because basically what it is what the Lord is flexing, right? He's going to show you that the Lord is coming to make war, right? At the end of the day, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus is coming to make war, which his real name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. They're coming to make war with the inhabitants of the earth, man, right? They come to deliver the elect of his people, man, right? It says, it's the second Esdras, chapter 16, in it says, second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 10. He shall cast lightning, right? So you see these orbs are moving faster than lightning, man. What they call orbs, which are really the chariots of the Lord, of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? The deliverance right, of Israel, and coming to make war with the nations, man. Right? He shall cast lightning, and who shall not fear, man? So who's not gonna fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai when he's coming here to show you his majesty, man, his glory, man, his shock and awe unto you heathens, man. You're gonna know that there's a power, man. He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid, man? So ultimately, what these Edomites are afraid all over the place, man. They're talking, laughing, and joking right now because they're trying to shrug it off, like it's an orb. Oh, we don't know, it's aliens, right? Right? It says the Lord out of one, right, which is Yahweh Shai, shall threaten. So really, the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his real name is Yahweh Shai, and that's him flexing that muscle, man, coming to threaten you, man, right? And who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man? Right? So that's ultimately what the Lord is coming to do, man. He's coming to show you that he's going to beat you nations into powder at his presence, man. Ezekiel 38. And 8, after many days, thus shall be visited. And so ultimately what the Lord is starting to visit, the place in the world which he made, man. After many days and many years, you should be visited. That's what those orbs, or what they call drones, which are really the chariots of the Lord. Those are the angels. What you call UFOs, those are actually the angels of the Most High, right? When Elijah got picked up, he said, Elijah, the Lord, the chariots of Israel, man. So when Elijah got beamed up in the chariot, what they call UFO, right? That is the chariots of Israel, man. That's our salvation, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, right? But that's the impending doom of the rest of you people, man. It says, after many days, thus shall be visited in the latter years, right? So where are we at right now? We're in the latter years. We're in that latter time when the Lord is visiting this place, man. And he's threatening you right to your face, man. He's showing you. He's flexing that muscle, man. He said, the Lord said he's not going to meet you as a man. Right? Right? The Lord's not coming to meet you as a man. Right? After many days, thus shall be visited in the latter years, thus shall come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of many people. Because what the Israelites, the Lord, through our disobedience, had punished us and scattered us throughout all the world, man. But through one man's, through Adam, we all fell, but through the second Adam, we shall live, man. Right? So therefore, what the Lord is bringing back, that remnant, man. And is gathered out of many people after against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them, right? Going into the whole nation, man, right? First is starting with the elect, but all of Israel shall be saved, man. Unlike these bonehead guys who saying, oh yeah, how could they get, because they were bad. Man, you were bad. You left, you went astray from the Most High and Yahweh Shai too. Right? Yeah. Because I think, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 4. Then shall thus well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right? Because the Lord tell you to end from the beginning. For like as all things is made in the world haveth a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, right? So the Lord's coming to what? He's threatening you to your face, man. He's showing you, he's flexing that muscle, man. He's showing you that he's not coming to meet you as a man, right? Even so, the times also of the highest of plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and the end in effects and signs. So, hey, man, see, you can't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. Those are just signs to let you know that what? The Lord is coming to deliver the elect, man. And every one that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works, right? So it's telling you, hey, man, keep doing the work, man. That's proof. It's a sign. Those are the signs that the Lord is coming. So keep doing the work. Keep being on the highways and the byways. Keep doing your digital epistles. Do not give up, man. Starting with myself first and foremost, I'm talking to, but also to you brothers, also to you sisters who believe in Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. By the way of the ministry that the Lord gave it to us. The Lord raised up Salaki. Yeah, the Lord raised up our apostles to give us the correct doctrine, man, for this very same time, right? It shall be preserved from the said perils, so like it shall escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, right? And the scriptures say, how can they believe, or how can they hear unless there be a teacher? So our teachers were not removed into a corner anymore, right? It says, shall be preserved from the set perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Ooh, that's sealed. Man, that's already being chosen. That's the elect. Proven that's the elect. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have you abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. Must have needed to go up one. Oh yeah, I was looking for. Let me go back. Let me go up. Get to the point that I was looking for. It's the second Ezra chapter 9, verse 2. Then shall thus understand. Now let me go. I'm going to go 1. Verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thus the time diligently in itself, and when thus seest part of the signs. Oh, going into the signs, right? The signs that's in heaven. Those signs are saying that the Lord is coming to deliver the elect, man, right? And cast that judgment upon all these nations, right? For all the atrocities that they did to the children of Israel, man, by touching the apple of the Most High's eye, right? You so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the Most High's eye. You are the true children of Yasharallah, man, right? Who the world ignorantly calls Israel, right? Right? Or Israeli, right? You are Yasharallah, right? So it says, measure thus the time diligently in itself, and when thus seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? Because the Lord told us, he tells the end from the beginning, which proves that there's a power, man, right? Then shall thus understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So when you see those chariots, what they call UFOs or UAPs, that's the Lord visiting the world which he made, man, right? Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel. And one brother, I was watching one of the, I can't remember his name, but I was watching one brother, he was saying that glorious means like in awe, like the shock and awe, right? So the Lord's coming with shock and awe, and that's what everybody's in already. And you haven't seen. That's just skimming the you know, you ain't even went. The Lord ain't really went all the way in yet, and people are amazed at what's going on. So how much more once the Lord show you that who is this that coming from Edom, right? Edom, which goes back to Esau, right? Which Esau is a Joshua. But his descendants, after he ate the red porridge, the red soup, changed his name to Edom, which means Ashashua, which means the red one, or red, right? And that's Esau. The so-called white man is red. The one which is red, and that's Edom. That's who's ruling the world. So the Lord, in the end, the Lord's coming back to take his world back from the self-proclaimed so-called white man, which is really red, Edom. Who is this that cometh from Idawam, right? From the nation of red people, right? Right? With dyed garments from Bozrah, it's a cheap place in Israel, right? Which they're ruling right now, right? Amalek, which is Idawam, Amalek, which is there. The small hatters are in that land, right? He's gonna come from Bozrah. That is glory. That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thus red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat, right? Because the Lord, when you go into the smashing grapes, it's always called the blood of the grapes. So the Lord's using this metaphor as smashing grapes as actually talking about killing you people, man. The blood of the grapes it symbolizes you people. The Lord is coming to judge you. So the UFOs, what you call UFOs, are really the angels of the Most High, and He's coming to use the what you call UFOs, which are the chariots of Israel, to destroy you, to stump you like grapes. That's what the Lord is saying. And I have tread the winepress alone, and of the people there is none with me, and I will tread them in my anger. So everybody's telling you that God is going to come back all nice, but the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his real name is Yahweh Shai, he's coming back in anger, right? He's coming to tread you down. He's coming to kill this wicked society, right? And I will tread them down alone, and of the people there is none with me, for I will tread them down in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood, right, shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Right here it is. It's the point right here. For the day of vengeance, woo! But I thought this guy, he loves and he talks real nice, and he's like a hippie. Whoa, God, let's just cool vibes, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like he just let's just go take some more acid and smoke some more weed. I mean that's you know what I'm saying? Let's just talk soft and nice, like Joel Osteen, and never bring out the Bible. You just make a bunch of reference to the scriptures, but the Bible says to read precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. And David, King David, which is a man after the Lord's own heart, said what? That through the precepts I get understanding. You'll listen to these Joel Osteen and Creflo Steal Your Dollar and TD Snakes, man. And now this thing is starting to implode on itself, man. But the Lord said it's a day, for the day of vengeance is in my heart. La'ab, his mind, he's meditating on it, right? I always think about that. Like I say, I always think about that because you got to think it took 7,000 years to create the earth, or at least 6,000, because the 7,000 he rested, right? But, you know, overall, most people understand 7 days, right? So it was technically 7,000 years, right? That's understanding right there, if you understand, right? Because it tells you that the 7,000. So it took 7,000. Really, he made it in 6,000. But the 1,000 he rested, which is going to symbolize the 1,000 years that he's going to reign in the kingdom, man. Right? With all you nations in slavery, right? That thousand years, right, is that 1,000 years that we're going to finally have peace. But this time it's going to be forever and ever and ever, man. Right? But it says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, la'ab, is mine, and the year of my what? Redeem is come. Right? So that's how the Lord's coming in a chariot, man. And what they call UFOs. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3 says, Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. So ultimately, that's what the Lord's doing. He's exposing that obviously you have no way to protect yourself against this. It's 1,000 years more advanced, so you say, which we know it's more than that. But even 1,000 years is, hey, that's ridiculous. I mean, right? That's like racing an old ass fucking race car from back in 1918, right? Right? And you take it and race one of these brand new cars. It's unfair, right? Says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. See? And that's ultimately what the Lord is doing. He's flexing that power, man. He's threatening you, right? By showing those chariots, those what you call orbs and drones, he's threatening you, man. Right? This is Second Esdras. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 2, and lo, there arose a wind, right? Which is talking about a chariot. A wind from the sea, right? And the sea is talking about the Shemaims, man, right? And that it moved all the waves thereof. Right? And I behold, and lo, which means to look, behold, which means feast your eyes, look, pay attention, looked, that men wax strong with the thousands of heaven, right? Which is the angels, man. Right? What you call UFOs are really the angels, man. Right? Coming to save the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. Because God is our power, man. God is not the power of everybody. He's only the power of the Israelites, man. Yasha Allah, right? Of you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and you must repent and come back to your power, man. Right? Because the day that of reckoning, the day that the Lord's coming to judge this place is coming soon. And he's not going to meet this place as a man. He's coming in his angelic power, his angelic being, man. right? It's gonna be, man, the Lord's not coming to show pity, man. The Lord says, seek ye while he may be found, man, right? It says, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong, and with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, and all they trembled that were seen under him. Man, hey, Yahushua is not coming to play a game, man. Yeah, Yahushua is not coming to play a game. He gonna look, everybody is gonna tremble, man. Yeah, man. It ain't gonna be a joke, man. He's not coming to meet you as a man, right? It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, he gonna be shooting laser beams from the chariots, man. Like as the earth felleth when it fleeth the fire. Says, and after this I beheld, which means feast your eyes, look, pay attention, and lo, right, and look, there was a great gathering together, a multitude of men, right? So all these military men from all nations, all over the world, they're gonna come together. Even Ronald Reagan said that. If someone came from outer space, wouldn't we all team together? Wouldn't we all come together and put our differences aside? So this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna put their differences aside because World War III is gonna be happening. They're gonna be fighting against each other, and they're gonna have to put their differences aside to come against Yahushua, right? It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was great gathered together a multitude of men out of together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the earth. So which means the whole thing with Christopher Columbus had to happen, man. It had to happen that we had to be in the four corners of the earth, man. In order for this to happen, we had to be in Babylon the Great, serving our punishment, man. Or this couldn't happen. Now the day of the Lord's redeem is come, right? Right? So it says, out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea, which is talking about the Shemayim out of heaven, right? Right, with the chariots, right? But I beheld, and lo, he given himself a great mountain and flew upon it. So Esdras is basically saying this chariot is so freaking big, it's like a mountain, right? Because mountains don't fly. So what's flying, and he's flying upon it. It's talking what they call a UFO or UAP, which is really the chariots of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the chariots of Israel, man, right? But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was driven and could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight, man, because the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to go ahead and fight, man. That's those chariots, man, coming out of the Shemayims, man, out of heaven, man. It's a Psalm 77, verse 16. The waters saw thee, O power, right? The Elohims, man, the powers, man. They're coming, man. The waters saw thee, they were afraid, right? Hey, man, that's what's coming, man. Nothing but pure fear the Lord is going to bring. The Lord said, I shall threaten. Who will not be afraid? Who will not be utterly in fear? Who will not be beaten to powder at his presence? Right? The Lord said that all that seen him were afraid. Every man, when he looked, they trembled just from a look. Because you know this look is that look that he mean business, man. He coming for judgment. Right? Woo. Lord said the waters saw thee, O power, Elohims, right? The angels. The waters saw thee, they were afraid, and the depths also were troubled, right? So, man, the whole world is going to be in fear when they see Yahweh Shai, man. The clouds, right, which are the chariots, pour out water. The skies sent out a sound. Thy arrows also. Thy arrows also went abroad. Right? So the Lord is going to be shooting forth what? Laser beams from the chariots, man. Oh, shoot. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 4 says, Zechariah chapter 14, verse 4, on that day, I don't know why it's that version. I like the version. Let me see. We'll go to a different version in the Bible. Yeah, I guess so. The NIV, Zechariah chapter 14, verse 4, the NIV, on that day, his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, east of Jerusalem, and the Mount of Olives will be split in two, right? And the feet's talking about the chariot, man. The feet of the chariots are going to be there, right? That's why the Lord said that place is his footstool. And that's where that chariot's going to be, over Jerusalem, right, as a footstool. And that's when you're going to see that big, humongous chariot, which the whole world is going to see, right? It says, Mount Olive, east of Jerusalem, and the Mount of Olives will be split in two from the east to the west, forming a great valley with half of the mountain moved to the north and the other half to the south. Right, let's do it in King James. It says, and his feet shall stand in that day upon the mountain of Olive, which is before Jerusalem on the east, and the mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west, and there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountains shall move towards the north, and half of it towards the south, and ye shall flee to the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall be reached unto Azal, yea, ye shall flee like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the day of Uzziah, king of Jerusalem, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, my power shall come, and all the saints with him. Right? So the Lord's bringing many, many angels, man. And you know, Lord willing, you know, you be part of that number, being that elect. Hey, you too, man. The Lord's going to allow you to get busy in that day too. Right? Lord willing. Right? So Isaiah chapter 42, verse 14. I have long time held my peace. I have been silent and refrained myself. Now I will cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. All right, let's look at the NIV. For a long time I have kept silent. I have been quiet and held myself back. Woo. Right? But now, like a woman in childbirth, I cry out. Hey, watch this. Hey, I cry out. I gasp and pant. You know how I'm mad? I tell you, the Lord said he's coming back in anger. He said like a woman, because remember a woman, they tell her. So when we say I'm coming back in anger, almost like a woman, he's using this as a thing. No, a woman. But he's talking about like a woman that's patting the Lord's mad. He's gasping and pant. Right? Like a woman does. Like mad, man. You ever see Jake like that, man? Especially when he's real mad, tear come down his eye. He ready to get busy, man. He angry. Man, that's what Yahweh Shai is finna come and do, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back mad, man. That's no joke, man. I will lay waste the mountains, right? Which goes into governments, right? The Lord said all these nations try to gather themselves together and subdue the man that came out of the sea, which is talking about Yahweh Shai, right? So the Lord said, I will lay waste the mountains, all these governments, and hills, and dry up all their vegetations, right? And this one says, I will dry up all their herbs, and I will make the rivers islands. And this one says, their vegetations, and I will turn rivers into lands. Ooh, wow. And dry up the pools. I will lay the blind by the way, and they have not known along unfamiliar paths. I will guide them. I will turn the darkness into light before them, which is talking about the elect, man. Right? Turn darkness into light before them, and make the rough places smooth. These are the things I will do, and I will not forsake them, which is the elect, man. The Lord ain't forsaking the elect, right? But he's coming to destroy all these nations, all these mountains, these governments, right? It says, Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, it says, I guess I'll read it in NIV. It says, Daniel chapter 12, verse 1 in the NIV, and at that time, Michael, the great prince, who protects your people, woo, he protects the elect. Michael, and at that time, Michael, the great prince, who protects your people. And who's Daniel's people? Yasha'Allah, right? The Israelites will arise there. There will be a time of distress, much as had no happenings from the beginning. I like how it says in what you call it, King James. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never has been since. The Lord said ain't going to never be a time like this ever again, right? You're not going to see nuclear missiles hit this place and rockets and, people bringing out M16s and guns and Glocks and pocket nukes and whatever else they're going to be doing, whatever they're going to be doing to cause a lot of chaotic things in the world, right? You ain't going to see that type of thing. That's all done for. Even to that same time, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, right? See, it's simultaneously as the Lord's destroying, he's delivering, right? Thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be written, shall be found written in the book, right? That book of life, It says, such as, in NIV, such as not happened from the beginning of nations until then, but at that time, the people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. Woo! Right? You know? And that's the hopeful time that we're living in, because the Lord is flexing, man. He's showing you he's not coming to meet you as a man, man. Hey, man, he's threatening you. Right? Revelation chapter 12, verse 7, and there was war in heaven. See, and there's a time what in the Shemaims, right, which you see right here in, you know, so-called the sky, that's the Shemaims. They're going to be Esau, right, which is Satan, which Satan just means adversary, or the devil, which means false accuser, is going to be fighting with his, what do they call? Was it F-16s, the Su-35s, the what do they call? What do they call? The stealth fighters, and then whatever else, other thing that they created. They're gonna bring it all out at that time. You're gonna see things that they have created that you've never seen before, man. Right? But the Lord's gonna show you things that you never seen before from the Lord. Apparitions, wild beasts that shoot fire out of their mouth. Scripture says sparks and tempests. New beasts that were created that people have not seen before. Leviathan is going to show up, right? You're gonna know that there actually was a Godzilla, man, right? And his name is Leviathan. A lot of things are going to happen, man. It says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, right? And that dragon going with the Roman Empire, the red dragon, which is the Roman Empire, right? The second leg of Rome, Rome 2.0, which we're in, right? 2.0, we're in Rome all over again. The Roman Greco Empire, that's why you deal with. Matter of fact, I was going by the college, and it had a sign that says Greek leaders at the college. So you mean to tell me this is not Greek all over? It's not the Greco-Roman Empire all over again? Right? That dragon dealing with Rome, which is the Roman Greco Empire, and the dragon fought against his angels. See, that's what the scripture said, that they saw him and were so afraid, but yet there's fight, man. They fought the man that came out of the Shemaims, out of the heavens, man. They're going to fight against them anyway, right? The Lord's going to put the spirit on them to go ahead and fight, even though they're shook up about it, man. They're dismayed at the signs of heaven. Man, what is that? That thing moved really fast. The dude was like, man, that thing moved. It's like 2 frames. He was showing it on the video, and he was showing it. It just did, and was gone. Chariot, man, right? Chariots are going and going into the water, man. They don't have nothing for the chariots, man. Right? Which, like I said, we know it's more than 1,000 years more advanced, but even at 1,000 years, you got to be like, bro, why even try to fight? There's no way I'm going to fight, and I know you're 1,000 years more advanced. If you're 10 years more advanced, I don't know if you want to fight. I mean, come on. That's why you're going to lose against Russia, man, and China. They're like at least 10 years, if not 20 years ahead of you. let alone you're talking about the Most High and his angels. Or if you want to say aliens, right, which the word alien just mean a foreigner, right? And they're foreign to this world. But the Lord said it's going to he's going to manifest, right? The angels. You're gonna see the angels, man. You're gonna know. You're gonna know that there's a power, man. You're gonna know that there's a God real soon. And that was just a way of the Lord flexing on you a little bit, right? Showing you a little something. It says, this is NIV. It said the war is brought out in heaven. Broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven, man. Esau's going to lose his rulership, man. You're going to lose your place in heaven, your rulership. Hey, you as a nation altogether, Obadiah 1:18, right? You're going to lose, you're going to cease from existing after your 1,000 years of slavery. The great dragon was the great dragon was cast out. The old serpent, or that ancient serpent, called the devil, which means false accuser, and Satan, which means your adversary, right? Which the self-proclaimed so-called white man is our adversary. He's our enemy. And being our enemy, he's always falsely accusing us, right? We don't know nothing about no freaking whatever they do as far as the T word, man. We don't know nothing about that, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's not even a good thing for Jake, right? Nick can't even be on time to go to work. You know what they tell Jake? You always late. You be late for your funeral. Jake is always to have a ticking time, something, you know, that makes things what you call them, a nigga always late. That ain't our forte. We're not a man of the field like Esau. We're not trying to create weapons and all this other different things, right? Though you try to frame us like that, and you pay off Jakes to come out on the highways and the byways with they sticks, with they mop sticks, with they broomsticks, right? I got my sticks, right? Bringing the worldly concept to the ministry, trying to blame us, to accuse us, right? So that dragon was hauled down, that ancient serpent called the devil and Satan, who led the whole world astray. He was hewed to the earth, and his angels with him. Right? Let's read this. And Satan, which deceived the whole world, he was cast out into the earth. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Right? Because this thing is going to that war of worlds, man. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1 Then I turned to lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll, right, which is a chariot, man. He looked up and was like, man, that looked like it's almost shaped like a roll, but it's flying. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse. Right? See, the Lord's coming to judge all you nations, man. So it ain't going to be a good thing. As the Lord saying he's coming to deliver or redeem his elect. He's going to bring them back from the sword. Right? Right? Because Israel, right, which is Yasharallah, is a people before a place. We became Israel in Egypt way before you got to a landmass. We're a people before a place. It says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, man. And the Lord said he's going to threaten you. And so therefore what? Those chariot sightings is a way of the Lord threatened throughout the face of the whole earth, man. The Lord's visiting the world which he's made, right? The Lord said, in the latter years, I will visit you, man. So this is the time that the Lord's coming to make himself known, man. He's coming to visit you, right? It says, and then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stilleth shall be cut off on this side according to it, and every one on that sweareth shall be cut off, right, which means to die, as on that side according to it, man. So every nation has had a lot of to do with the Lord's people being in subjection, man. You had a lot of things to do with cutting us off, putting us in the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations, man. Right? Because you see all those UFOs, those chariots are the angels. And the Lord is coming to vex this world. He's coming to judge this place. Right? The guy that's laughing that's in the wheelchair, the Most High put you in that wheelchair. Right? Because you're a joke, man. The Most High put you there. You got a lot of pride in this little young Jake trying to listen to you, but the Most High going to judge you. Right? Some other Jake you're going to get to in a fight at a party, he's going to blow your face off because you think this is a joke. But the Most High ain't joking. He's coming to judge. Right? And then you're going to be in the spirit world and you're going to know that, hey, there was a prophet among you. Hey, and you should have listened. You should have took heed. Instead of laughing and smirking like it's a big joke. World War III is about to pop off. You know about the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast? Huh? Everybody's going to have to receive that mark of the beast, right? The digital dollar is coming around the corner. Your president, Donald J. Trump, is going to push that digital coin, and you're going to be forced to take it. Now what are you going to do? Right? Then what are you jakes are going to do? Huh? Therefore, listen, it says, and I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai of host. What do host mean? Host means armies. The Lord is coming with an army. So it means he ain't coming to play a game. And it shall enter into the house of the thief. So the chariots that's coming is going to enter into the house of the thief. How do we know? Where's the thief at? Hey, the Lord said the devil, what? Steal, kill, and destroy. So how did the so-called white man get America? Did he not steal, kill, and destroy to get America? So he's coming to enter into the house of the thief, which is America, Babylon the Great, right? Which is also known as Basra in the scriptures, right? Lord's coming to enter into the house of the thief and into the house of him that swerved falsely by his name. So don't they call the Lord Jesus Christ? Don't they call him Yeshua? They call him falsely by another name. Do they not show that the Lord is they show the Lord as a so-called white man when the scriptures say that his skin is the color of bronze as if it burnt in a furnace? If the scriptures say that the Lord has woolly hair, right? The Lord has hair like you. Why you're laughing? The Lord looks like you. The real true God looks like you, right? He's not a white man, right? He's not a so-called white man, a self-proclaimed white man, right? Your God looks like you. But hey, let's laugh. Hey, lock right up, may the Lord destroy you, bro. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game to Jake. Because first he putting his earbud in like he's not hearing. Then he take it out so he can listen. But his whole thing is just like he mocking. But the Lord is not mocked, man. May somebody, one of these Jakes for his judgment, right? He's going to go to a party, think he talked to some chick. It's going to be her ex-boyfriend who's still fascinated with her, right? She going to be like, we broke up 3 weeks ago. I don't want to be with you no more. Man, what you doing, my lady? And blow his brains out, man. Man, the Lord's going to have all sorts of ways of judging you, Jakes, man. Because you play a game, man. Right? Everything is about being cute, right? You think you're cute. You think you're cool. If you do a thing a certain way, and you're too cool for the Most High, man. But the Most High going to show you. He's going to heat you up and then cool you down, man. You're going to turn to the dust of the ground, man. You're going to turn into you're going to be left here as a desert of Babylon the Great, as a memorial, man, of what not to do, man, of a place that should ever live ungodly. That it will do after the manner of what the Lord did to Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Right? And they swore, and him that swore falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. Then the angel that talked with me, right? He's basically saying the Lord's going to burn this place. He's going to burn the. Hey, have you ever seen that before? Listen to what it said. Basically, the Lord said He's going to burn a rock like He will burn timber. You know, timber just wood, right? Like that tree. That's what you call a timber. Yeah, anybody know you can put a flame to a branch, right? And burn it to wood. Wood burns. But if you burn a rock like you burn a timber, come on, right? Let me see. Let's go back. It says, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stone thereof. So the Lord said He's going to burn a rock like He would just burn a tree. That's how hot it's going to be, man. That's the intense heat there is. Right? That's what Peter talked about. The elements shall melt with fervent heat, man. So then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thy eyes, and see what this that goeth forth. Right? Talking about the chariots, the UFOs, man. So Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. As birds fly, so will Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts meaning armies. Don't forget that, man. The Lord's coming with an army, man. Definitely with the angels, man. Lots and lots and lots of angels, man. Right? With the host, defend Jerusalem, right? The elect, man. Lord's coming to defend the elect. And as birds fly, so will Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal of hosts, defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it and pass over. He will preserve it, man. See, it's going to be the next Passover, right? Right? Jeremiah chapter 16. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal, that it shall no more be said that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from out of the land of the north. And that land of the north is what? America, man. Right? And from all the lands wherewith he have driven them, and will bring them again into their land that I have given unto their fathers, right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Those are promises that the Lord had given them. And the Lord's not going to stand back on his promise, man. Right? The promise is what? For you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians to receive the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven belongs to you. The Lord's not going to give it to another. That's what the Lord said. He's not going to give it to some strange nation. Right? Just because I believe in Jesus. Right? When that's not the Lord's name. Right? Jesus means earth pig. And there's no way the Lord's coming to give it to someone who got a leprosy, man. He's not giving it to an earth pig with leprosy, man. Right? So let's get back right here. It says Isaiah chapter 31, right? Because that's that Passover, right? It's no longer going to be said, the Lord brought you out of Egypt. It's going to be the Lord that brought you out of the land of the north, man. out of America, right? And as birds fly, so will Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai Bashem, Kodash of hosts defend Jerusalem, right? Where people before place. Defending also, he will deliver it and pass over, right? Pass over. And he will preserve it, right? No longer were you going to be saying that the Lord brought you out of Egypt. You're going to say the Lord brought us out of the land of Egypt. He passed over us. He preserved us. He what is the thing called? Pardoned. He pardoned us, right? Turn ye unto him from whom the children really should be sons. The sons of Israel have deeply revolted, man. So a lot of you, like that Jake, he revolted, but hey, the whole thing is the Lord's going to give him that shock and awe of his life, right? For in that day, every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which our hands had made unto you for a sin, Salakia. Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword. And the modern day Syrian is the American. And so America, you're going to fall by the sword. You're going to fall by thermonuclear fire. And before that, race wars, calamity because of your dollar. Giving people the charagma, that it ain't going to work. It's going to turn the whole world upside down. When people are getting a grievous sword because they got the charagma, right? Pretty much the what do they call it? The kick, is it blowback? Right? Because that's all you ever been doing. Everything you've been doing, you're trying to do something, but everything you do get blowback. So you're going to push the charagma, and the blowback is going to be people are going to be getting a grievous sword. So then people are going to be like, whoa, hell no, I ain't getting that now. I'm like, look at those people. They dripping oil like they got, what's that thing called? I can't even think of it. Is it gonorrhea? When you did it and it make your thing drip. Yeah, man. You know, you got gonorrhea of the hand, man. Dripping out your grievous sword. Right? It says, yeah, then the Assyrians shall fall by the sword, which is America, not of a mighty man, and the sword, many mean men shall devour him, but he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomforted, right, of Yahweh Shai, man. It ain't gonna be of a bunch of men. That's why the Lord said, I'm coming to tread the winepress alone. He's gonna be that's why the Lord said, I'm not coming to meet you as a man. It ain't gonna be a regular man, right? And he shall pass over his strongholds for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the ensigns. Hey man, that's what we having right now. You're having the ensigns have all the signs in heaven that they're being dismayed at, man. An ensign. They're going to be afraid of the ensign, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, whose fire is in Zion and his furnace in Jerusalem, man. Hey, the Lord is about to do some major things, man. Esau, you're going to get cut off, man. You're going to get discomforted by the sword. You and all your princes, all the rulers of Esau, all these so-called presidents and these delegates, these congressmen, all of you, you're all going to get punished, man. Okay, yeah. This is Exodus chapter 14, verse 23. It says, and the Egyptians pursued and went after them to the midst of the sea, right? And so that's basically what you're doing in an aspect. You're doing basically just like the Pharaoh did. And that's what the Lord said. He raised up the Pharaoh for this very purpose, which is the same thing he's raising you up for this very purpose. Because you're basically by sending your Air Force, your Space Force, right? Your drones and all these other different things into heaven is basically the same thing that the Pharaoh did. He basically sent his military into the sea to come after us. So that's basically what you're doing. You're trying to go and trying to prevent us from having salvation. Right? That's that war in heaven. In the midst of the sea, even all the Pharaoh's horses and his chariots and his horses and his horsemen, right? Dealing with his military. Right? Let's see what it says in the NIV. It says, and the Egyptian pursued them, and all the Pharaoh's horses and chariots and horsemen followed them into the sea. Right? It says, and it came to pass that in the morning watch, right? So this is that midnight right now. We're about to go into midnight. You're like several seconds or whatever it is, 100 seconds from midnight or whatever it's supposed to be, right? But once midnight is over, what comes what? The morning, which would be our redemption, our deliverance. Yahweh Shai should be what? Our day star, which is the morning, right? That's going to be our rulership. When the Lord is in the morning watch, he's watching for that morning to come, right? So he can be our day star, so he can rule over this place, man. Destroy all these nations, these kingdoms, these mountains, these nations, these governments, right? To deliver the elect and to give you your just due, your punishments, right? It says in the morning watch, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makal looked unto the host, meaning armies, the host of the Egyptians through the pillars of fire and of the clouds, right, the chariots, and troubled the host of the Egyptians. See, the love, and that's what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai coming to do with Michael the archangel. He's coming to trouble you, right? It says, NIV, during the last watch of the night. See, right? He's waiting for the morning. And that's going to be midnight. During the last watch of the night, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, looked down for the pillars of fire and clouds at the Egyptian army and threw it into confusion. And that's this place, Babylon the Great, confusion. See, that shows you that's synonymous with Egypt. And Egypt is synonymous with Babylon. Confusion, right? And took off the chariots' wheels that they drove them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Yasha, right, which they call Israel, for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, fighteth for them against the Egyptians, man. And that's ultimately what's coming. And this time, it's gonna be made manifest, right? You're going to know that there's a power, man. It says Psalms 106, verse 9. King James Version, it says, he rebuked the Red Sea also, and it was dried up. So he led them through the depths and through the wilderness. Right? This is NIV right here. This is Psalms 106 and 10 to the NIV. He saved them from the hands of the foes meaning enemy, from the hand of the enemy, right? He redeemed them, right? And that's ultimately what's happening. That's what's going to be happening real soon. It says, and he saved them from the hand of them that hated them, and redeemed them from the hand of the enemy. And the waters covered their enemies, there was not one of them left, right? This one says, the NIV, it says the waters covered their adversaries, right? Adversary means what? Satan, right? Satan just means your adversary. So you can actually put Satan there. The waters covered Satan, and not one of them survived, right? Because that's what you are. You're Satan. You're our adversary, right? But it says the waters covered their adversaries. Not one of them survived, right? Then they believed, and they believed his promises and sung his praise. Hey, man, see, the Lord got promises, man. He got to fall through. He's going to follow through on those promises they gave to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. The Lord is not a liar. He will not forsake us, man. So with all that, I'm going to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, right? The elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To your sisters, you Aquathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. And above all, come Yeshua.